Good morning, everyone. My name is William, and I'm an entrepreneur. Today, I'm really glad to be here with you. I started entrepreneurship long time ago, and with my friend and my brother, we created several companies. The first one started 8 years ago. And to be totally honest, I could never imagine that there is a possibility where I can be here today in front of you about to present what I will introduce you in a few minutes. So I'm really, really excited. On the other hand, I'm a bit stressed, to be honest, and also very, very proud to be here with my team in Bucharest in this ecosystem. I will, in this keynote, talk about my story and what we did. So I will start by the storytelling, and as a lot of stories, I started with a dream. And that dream started with a movie. I really hope every one of you saw Iron Man. When we thought that 8 years ago, we thought that Jarvis, the AI, was really, really, really cool. And we wanted to add one for our apartment. For the 2 or 3 of you who didn't see Iron Man, Jarvis is an artificial intelligence able to control different kind of equipment in a house and understand voice commands. So we tried to find one on the internet, but 8 years ago, it was before Alexa from Amazon, it was before Google Home, before Siri, and so on. So, of course, there is no one on the market. Then we decided to create our own one. And that's the beginning of our story. So, 2015, we created a company named Vivoca in France. We tried to hire the first talent, the core team. We work day and night to build the first product. And 2 years after that, we released Zach. Zach was a tiny hologram able to understand all the voice commands, and thanks to voice control system, that can control every equipment. So we tried to present it to different prospects. We signed the first customers. It was mainly hotel and property development companies. We raised money. We start to create a solid advisory board. We had, for example, Luke Julia, the creator of Siri from Apple. And we scale, step by step. We won some awards. We scale the company, get the first customers. In 2020, we bought our first office. Then, COVID. COVID was a quite complex and interesting moment for the company. So obviously, we understood that it will be complex for us to continue to sell our product to hotels, but we listened to the market, and we understood that different kind of companies and markets are waiting not for Zach, not for a product, but for an artificial intelligence, for a speech recognition system. So we took our technology, and we created a software named VDK for Voice Development Kit, which helps any AI companies, any companies in the world, to create and integrate a speech interface into a device. It could be a robot, smart glasses, a plane, a submarines, and so on. And it works for offline system. So let's take a focus on 2021. The statement was quite cool for the company. We had more than 100 customers worldwide. We had a strong and solid team. We signed solid technical partnership agreements, and we have a really interesting product. The VDK works in 42 languages, and we continue to improve it. But, because, of course, there always be a but. To continue, our research and development department needed a lot of data. And that data is used to train machine learning system. When you want to create an AI, you need data to train it, to test it, to improve it, and so on. So, of course, as a startup, we firstly try to find free data on the internet, open source one. But we really needed more and more of data and a better quality. So at what time we decided to try to buy some. So we contacted different kind of companies, Define, Amazon Mechanical Turk, and a lot of data providers. And we bought different data sets. When we receive that data set, we saw a lot of issues on the data set. The first one, really important for companies, it was really, really expensive. To provide you an example, if right now I would like to create a voice assistant for Romanian people, I will need at least 1,000 of audio recording from people. And for that amount of data, it could cost me from $1,000 to $200,000. It's really expensive. The second pain point is the quality. We receive a lot of bad quality data because of background noise, because of audio issues on the file, because of bad accent. And trust me, you heard my English accent. I know what I said. Really, really bad quality. And finally, a bad diversity of data. If we want to build a solid voice assistant, we need voices from men, but also women, different ages, from different microphones, different background noise. The dataset has to be consistent. And finally, we only was able to use half of the dataset to work. And when we saw that, and when we understand that every AI companies in the world, not only in the speech recognition field, but also images, videos, and so on, had the same issues, the same problem, we decided to create our own solution. And now, I'm pleased to introduce you Tada.
ChatGPT.
Artificial intelligence.
The deep learning revolution.
Artificial intelligence has emerged as an incredible technological force transforming various aspects of our lives.
Thank you. And yes, we will be the next X Launchpad. In order to provide you a bit of information about Tada, and we work on this project since 2 years ago right now, this is the concept. So imagine you are an AI company. In your point of view, you have different needs. You need different kind of data with a quality expectation, and you have a budget. You will send an order directly to the platform. On the other hand, we have the community. We have users. And the Tada platform will get the job and spread it into different tasks to users. And we have two different categories of users. The first one are the data producers. So as a user, for example, and let's take a speech recognition use case, you will see on your smartphone a simple sentence. You will just have to read it, and your audio file will be sent on Tada. But this audio file will not be sent directly to the company, to the final customers. We will send it to 2 or 3 other users, and let's call them data checkers. The role of a checker will be quite simple. They will hold the audio file, listen it, and answer to simple questions. Is it a male or a female? Is there or not any background noise? What did he said? And so on. If all the checkers answer the same thing, the data is or not a good quality, the data will be sent to the company, and on the other hand, all the users will be paid. With this simple way, we can work with any kind of data. As the same thing, you can read a sentence, you can take a picture, a video, make a translation, and so on. It's really simple tasks. So, with this system, and it's really important, we answer to a real market needs. And last year, worldwide, AI companies bought for more than $60 billion of data. The market is huge. A real blockchain utility. So we saw a lot of issue on the Web2 companies who provide data. But thanks to our system, we will be able to prove that to the company, the data they bought was triple check, quadruple check, double check, depending on their needs. We can prove to a user who maybe will not be paid for what he provides that it's because 2 or 3 other checkers find that the quality wasn't good enough. Everything is transparent. And we use the blockchain for that and also for micropayments. Also, it's a real way to earn money. And with this platform, we answer basically to different things. All the needs of the company. So as I explained, the quality of the data, the price of the data, the diversity of the data, because we know every of our users. We know if it's male, female, the different languages, the different accents, and so on. So it's quite simple for us to spread the good task to the good people. But also, we created an ultra-fast services. And we are able to provide to our customers a better quality of data in hours where competitors make months. And that's really, really important to disrupt the market. On the other hand, it's perfect for the users. First of all, it's an easy way to earn money. And honestly, who is not looking to easy money right now? Second thing, it's accessible to everyone, worldwide. It's simple and intuitive. As I explained, it's quite simple to read a sentence, take a picture. Everything was created to be as simple as possible and intuitive. And finally, we try to create an application as fun as possible. Because for us, if we create something where people can earn money, something which is really useful for company, and the utility is really important, and on the other hand, something really fun, I think it could be really important for the ecosystem and for our community. Today, our system already works on the beta, and I invite you to test it directly in our booth. I would like to thank you all the ecosystem, our team, which is here today, a part of the team, our different partners, Multiversix, and also Morningstar Ventures, who backed us since the beginning. Thank you very much.